Om Gurave Namah. Today we're going to be talking about Jupiter, which is why I just recited the Guru Mantra. On May 1st, which is in a few days, Jupiter is going to transit into the sign of Taurus. It's been in Aries for a year, and now it's time to move towards Taurus. What does that mean? What does that mean for all of us? Well, Jupiter is going to be in the sign of Taurus for 1 year. For some, it's going to bring a lot of luck. For others, not so much. And depending on your ascendant and your dasha, the time period you're running, it will affect you differently. So please consult a professional trained in a tradition Vedic astrologer. On this note, my name is Aurélie. I'm a Vedic astrologer and I study in a traditional lineage, which I'm very grateful for. Let's keep going. So Jupiter, depends where it falls in your ascendant. But some things we could say about this transit, which is very auspicious, because for the past year, Jupiter has been under the influence of two malefics, because Saturn and both Rahu are slow moving. And they both have had a drishti, so they both have been casting a sort of eye, an energy towards Jupiter. And on some level, we say it kind of creates a curse. And that's, if you've never heard that word being used in context of Vedic astrology, do not get alarmed. We all have curses. They happen all the time. It just basically means that the best part of Jupiter is having a hard time coming forward, okay? So now that it's moving to Taurus, it's breaking away from this influence. Now, something very auspicious about the fact that it is in Taurus is that Taurus is the sign of exaltation of the moon. So that means that every month the moon is going to come, it's going to pass through its exaltation sign and be in conjunction with Taurus and create this beautiful yoga, which is this junction of two planets or more sometimes, but two planets. It's going to create this beautiful yoga of Jupiter, exalted moon, which is called Gajakesari. That brings great wealth and renown, and it's a great blessing. When we see this combination in the chart, we say, wow, what a beautiful blessing. Gajakesari is a beautiful blessing. It both puts together the elephant and the lion. So we can think of being able to trample everything and have the fire of the lion. And again, it's just this an auspicious yoga that shows wealth and goodness, and it also shows society, a place in society, because the moon has this society, especially in exalted moon, it has the society energy, and Jupiter's the Akash, which helps everyone come together. Okay, so this is why during actually this 1 year we could say there's going to be beautiful gatherings, community gatherings, sound, because Jupiter rules over sound, so we could say beautiful sound is going to be created. It also rules over the ear, and because it is Taurus, the second house at the eye, so we could say, some good things could come over our ability to heal both the ear, the eye. It's going to bring blessing and a forward movement. Okay. Now, one thing about this transit. During most of the transit, all of the transit actually, Rahu is going to be in a position that causes a blockage. So that means that although Jupiter is very beneficial and it's finally away from this drishtis, this negative influences that keep it from fully coming forward, there will be some obstacle. There will be some things that will make it that the progress will be there, but there will be a sort of obstacle, something to conquer, something in the back that will make it a bit more difficult for things to come into fruition. That's a position that's called Virodha. Yeah, it's a blockage because Rahu will still be in Pisces. So if you think of the natural 12th house, and Jupiter will be in the second. And also because these two will be hemming Aries, that means that there's a sort of Jupiter Rahu influence over Aries. So we're keeping a little bit in the world, although like Jupiter is moving forward and away from its influence of Rahu, there'll still be a little bit of a low grade of Chandala. Yeah, will be present and on some level. Still the energy will a little bit be there. Think of this conjunction of Jupiter with the moon that's coming every month. It's also two benefics, but it's also two of our sattvic planets, because the sattva gives a lot of health. It's of goodness. It's balanced. There's a purity and a clarity, which is very important to just foster in the world, foster in our lives. You know, whenever in a horoscope we see all of the sattvic planets, which is Jupiter, the sun, the moon, that are in very difficult positions, we know it's going to be clarity. A lack of clarity is going to be there. A lack of balance is going to be there. So these are very important planets. So it's a conjunction of two sattvic planets. Now for your notes, depending on your ascendants, but Jupiter is going to be casting a drishti, an eye, over its opposite sign, Scorpio, over the 6th house, Virgo, and the 10th, Capricorn. So these are the 4 other signs that will be having a drishti. Now, during the year, it's going to be moving through the lunar mansions. And the 3 lunar mansions in Taurus are as following. And I'm going to give you the deity, which is the form of the god that sits inside of that lunar mansion. And understanding that deity helps you understand the sign and get a sense of what the transit is, how the transit, how the Jupiter moving through those 3 energies will kind of differ a little bit. So the first lunar mansion is Kritika, and the ruling deity is Agni, which is this fire of clarifying energy. It helps burn up things so that you can see clearly. Okay, so this is the first Kritika. But Kritika is fire, so we've been in times of war, and that's there. The second nakshatra, there's 3 lunar mansion per sign. So the second nakshatra is Rohini. I love Rohini. All right. And the ruling deity is Brahma. And the Shakti inside is the Shakti of creation. The third nakshatra is Mrigashira. And the ruling deity is Chandra herself. And the Shakti is all about growth. If you want to learn more, I'm going to put a link here